What's up, guys? Just getting my chat set up real quick. What's up, man? Alrighty. Just getting my chat set up, so just give me a minute. Got a few more minutes before the top of the hour here. Kind of waiting to see what happens. I'm hoping that this top of the hour candle gives us like a little burst. We already took a trade. That was my runner that was getting stopped out. I don't I don't understand what violation. I keep getting some kind of violation server on my TikTok. I'm not really sure. No, we were already in that move for a minute. We that was just my runner. I was seeing if that leg was going to hold. It didn't. I mean, if we can't get back above the 217s, I think we continue. What 222? Say 191 is kind of the next target down. If we can't hold that 191, a lot of consolidation there. Yeah, we caught the long on the upside. Uh, for some reason, server, I keep getting some kind of message on TikTok saying that I may be in violation, so I'm not really sure what it is. So, if for some reason, if you don't see me streaming at night, that just means that TikTok took my live access away. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. I mean, I don't know. It's been kind of iffy ever since everything kind of got switched over this year. It seems like they've been having a little bit more issues. I'm not sure. They're usually not very blunt about what you did wrong. They don't just say, "Hey, you did this wrong. Please don't do this again." Oh, okay. You're Noah on YouTube. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, we'll just keep tugging forward unless, like I said, they revoke my access. They did it once before a while back. Whenever they did these switch over. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, just let me know. I'll subscribe to your page. I've been doing this for a couple years now. I mean, some people have quick success. I didn't have quick success. I mean, I'm not even really that successful now. I mean, I'm still a very small channel. But what made mine grow so slow is I was only streaming during the New York session, and like this is why I constantly was, people asking me why I'm streaming at night. That's the main reason why. It's really hard to grow your channel only streaming New York because there's too much competition for the uh, daytime. Well, thank you, sir. Dude, I ended up smoking one of my evals today, server. I was so annoyed too because I was only a few $100s passing, and I kind of got a little careless and went in with 10 micros and got caught in a drawdown, and so I had to take the loss. And then you know how it is, you try to get it back, and it didn't go my way. You said that happened in a take profit trader account for you? Well, luckily mine was just a cheap Bulinox account. I don't know if I can do that with the take profit trader account. I was just on an eval account, like one of the 90% off accounts. Oh heck no! I would never do that in my take profit because that's like a $90 eval. There's no way I do that with their evals. I've been pretty strict with I'm usually pretty strict when it comes to the more expensive fundeds, and I really haven't really traded those a lot of expensive fundeds. I've been just trading mostly cheap evals forever. Let's see. We did get our profit back on the take profit trader account today. Let's see. We are up 250 in the take profit trader account, 200 in the elusive funded. And this is my new Bulinox eval. And plus, we got our winner on the breakout session this morning. So, and see, I only got to make $1,000 in these two accounts to get them to pay out. So let's see. I got to make what, $3,600? See what, 53,600 minus what, 52. So I need to make another $888 on one funded, and it looks like about 900 on the other for payouts. Yeah, I still keep getting that message about the so I think that's why they're going to probably just restrict my page. But I don't even, like I said, I don't even know what it is. It may be just because I got that elusive advertising on there. I'm not sure. I haven't even been making TikTok videos because I mean, as long as they don't close it, I'll leave it up. I just don't know what it's for. They don't really tell you. They just, like I said, just tell you that you've possibly violated some rule without telling you what it is. What's up, Michael? Uh, I'm waiting for. Sorry about the screens. I'm really not going to consider a short unless we get underneath the 90s. If we get under the 90s, then we can maybe make another push to 82. There's kind of like another ledge there on the 90s. See how you got that? Here's, you might get that pop here. We're doing good. You can still do the phone version on TikTok because I stream in vertical. So far, guys, a fairly mild opening. Like I said, if the Bulls they're going to stay in control, they got to hold up 90s here and kind of start pushing back above this previous day high. Oh, yeah, it's that's tough having a 1 and 3 year old and try to do stuff on the side. What's up, man? Oh yeah, everything's going pretty good tonight. Every night, every day's another new night. So, like I said, everything went good on the fundeds. We just had a little bit of hiccup on the eval today. So it's been a while since we went tilt on a funded. So, and I got my funded account back today. So whenever you get payouts on Bulenox, I couldn't use it until they take the money out. So they finally took the money out, so I was able to start trading it again. I'm not a fan of the highs unless we can get back above the previous day high here. So I don't really know which way. I mean, we are building up like a little 5 minute trend line, so you would think that we could possibly moving down. But even if we got the push down to the previous day close, let's see. What do you mean? How long did it take me to activate the account? Like, how long did it take me to pass the funded to from eval to funded? Or I'm not sure if I quite understand the question. That just varies how aggressive that you want to be. I don't really have a certain timetable. So right now I have 5 fundeds with Bulenox, 2 with Apex, and 1 with Luciv. But I'm no longer going to be trading Apex on the stream because they don't they did away with my affiliate code. They did away with a lot of small channel affiliate codes. So I'll no longer be trading Apex on the stream. So the little that I can show support, the better. I still have the accounts to trade. I'm just not going to say, hey, I'm trading this funded account with that company. Oh no, I mean it's nothing, no big deal to me. I mean, I really haven't done that well with them this past year, so I was okay with it. Ooh. Yeah, I'm hoping eventually to stack some more elusive. I'm just working on the one I got. And hopefully, eventually, if I can get it to the $1,000 mark, then maybe we can add another. It gets a little hard when you start adding too many accounts because you got to find it and start trading them. That's the one thing about trading in the morning. Like it's easy to find that one and second good trade. Third one is pushing it, but that's why usually you'll start seeing me do worse and worse the later on the morning. The more I'm consistently trading, like it just gets worse. Sometimes I almost feel like 11 o'clock needs to be my cutoff time because it seems like whenever I start trading between 11 and 11:30, that's when it don't usually go that well for me. It seems like I start taking more losses, and that's what happened today. Why do I draw the previous day high on my charts? Is that what you're asking me? Jazz? Basically the previous day highs usually a lot of resistance. It's a major level for that day, and you can actually find trades around the previous day high because I trade off of mostly support and resistance. So a lot of times, if you can close above the previous day high, you'll get a move to the upside, and vice versa back to the downside. Don't really have a prediction now. I mean, the way I usually do it, if we stay below the pivot, uh, I'll look for shorts. Back above the pivot, I'm looking for longs. What's up, David? How are you doing? What's going on? How are you doing this evening? We're also trading micros. So I'm looking for 91 to hold up here. If we lose 91, we will definitely probably be interested in a possible short. But you can see that we have all this consolidation. I know you probably can't see it on the vertical, but if you stroll to the left a little bit on the 5 minutes, you can see all this. This is what's to the left of us. Whoa, we just dropped that 91 quick. Oh, down $100 today. Wait a minute. Let me see the rest of your message. Uh, I usually just trade Nasdaq during the day. It's just the only thing that I've been trading the last couple years, John. I do have some gold charts set up over here that every now and then we do look for gold trades. I think we took a gold trade last night. If we can push back below the 91s, we should get a push down to what, 77, 77. See, tune in at the correct hour every day. What did he say? Yeah, I use previous day high, previous day low, previous day close, pivots. I like to use pivots to trade in between pivots. A lot of times the market will go in between pivots. So if we hit in this one pivot, a lot of times we'll trade back down to the next pivot, which is, shoot, that thing's 80 points away. It's just all part of like just one big pictures. Like I said, I trade off a lot of like support and resistance. So we also use the uh the trading time frame for. I would have to bring it over and show you. It's really kind of hard to explain without seeing it. All right, so this is kind of what we like to use here. Here's my pivots. This is just standard pivots on Trading View. And I like to trade. I kind of like to use the sessions, what's going on. These are 2-hour sessions usually marked out. So these are called ICT kill zones, where it marks out each trading session for the AM session, PM session, and New York session. A lot of times I like to see us break out above the PM session because most of the time we don't come back. But if we stay in between it, we will run back down to the bottom. And by London session, we'll be back down to the AM low. I was like, God, I can't even move my thing. We wanted to short that 91, guys. There's that 91. We finally lost the 91. I don't think you will run into resistance till here. So then if we can get through that level, it's still a lot to going on down here through 60. So I may just target 70. I don't know. How hard we think it'd be for us to get through there? I would love just to catch this and it sells off the rest of the night. But I just don't think we're going to get through this very easy. And all of this. God, I'm not going to fight that, man. Let me just take my points and get out of this. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know. That's just a lot to get through. Maybe we'll just wait for another pullback. So 91 was your level short, guys. Well, that was my short. That was the level I was looking for. I don't want to tell anybody where to enter, but that's what I was looking for. I was looking for the short of the 91. All right, so let's see. I used Goat Fund Trader prop firm. You know what, Reggie? I've seen that prop firm one time, and that was over a year ago. I saw that one day on the X. That's been a while. Watch this thing dump now. It's probably going to blow this consolidation up. Bam. Man, that 91. I really had no reason to close that, but man. How pricey is a goat trader or goat funded trader prop firm, Reggie? Yeah, I just didn't want to battle all that, and I was just trying to take my profit. Did you grab some of the short on the way down, server? Like I said, 91, it could have been a little bit cleaner, but man, once it broke the 91, I was like, God, I gotta hop in. I almost want to take a long back off the previous day close here. We'll just give it very few points to go. So for some reason, if I feel like it's going to lose it, I'll just close it. So just so you're aware of here. We got about 13 seconds left on this candle. Five seconds. And if it doesn't, if I miss it, we won't hit the second time. So if we push down here and it bounces back up, say 15, 20 points, because there's a lot of wicks right here. But if it blows it up and starts going through, oh man, like I said, if it goes up more than 10 points here, we will just take it off because that means we just missed it. Not quite 10 points, but it's getting close. Once it's over 10 points, we missed it. I mean, you can technically try it again, but it seems like anytime it does it that second time, it's never as good. It's very iffy on that second push. And that's the previous day close. Oh, there it goes. There's the previous day close. Let's see. See, we hit that second push, so shit. Might have to close this. Come on, push. I'm just looking for 10 points, buddy. There it goes. I guess I didn't have it set up right. It took my... I forgot to adjust my stuff. That's what happened. Let's see. Yeah, there's your 10 points. You cut it. You cut it too soon. You got spooked with that little wick, didn't you? That thing almost is a guaranteed 10 points every time, server. Almost every time, man. I'm not gonna lie. 10 points. Like if you're looking for a quick 10-point trade without risking a lot of money, that previous day close will pop you 10 points almost every time. If you're looking for like a quick, say $50, $100 or whatever, don't go over leverage or anything, but just a quick 10 points, then leave your... I messed up. I forgot to adjust my ATM strategy, and I was supposed to have a runner in, but my runner got taken out. So... probably going to end up losing a lot, and it's probably going to pull back 50% of this candle. If you were going to buy, you would have to do it off that previous day close, Josh. I'm not going to jump in now, so we'll just sit here and just watch it now. Your entry was the 37 to 40. I was front running it a little bit. But, I mean, heck, if you would have played it on the 37, you would have set through 2 points of drawdown. And you're already ripped up, 20 points already on the rip back up? So this would have been a banger trade. But like I said, I forgot to adjust my ATM strategy for my runner, so I didn't get my runner money that we were trying to get. This trade, this setup right here, will pay very well in the New York session to the previous day close. I would guarantee always take this trade for myself, especially if the close and the opening are stacked on top of each other. I mean, I'd be like all over it. I would think that we'd pull back and we're making basically a run for this pivot down here. We could possibly look for another bounce down here at the, if we can get back down here, as a bounce around the pivot here. So, wow, this thing's going to be up 30 points, guys. We just left a lot on the table. Man. Very, very easy support resistant trades. Now, like anything with trading, it's never 100%, guys. Thanks for the jewels. I'm not really sure what those are. Those are, Reggie. Last night's NQ and gold was so much fun to trade. We can keep checking out gold over here. I mean, I think this is supposed to be. I don't know if that's supposed to be a gold setup or not. I'll have to see if Methodical Man's taking that. I'm so annoyed that I didn't get all that. So what happened, the reason why I didn't get that is because I had this on quantity 5 contracts, and I forgot to change my quantity take profit. And so I was supposed to have a runner on this trade, but since all my contracts got taken out, so I wasn't able to get my runner. We're just kind of sitting on the sidelines now, guys. So we're just kind of waiting to see if we're going to be pushing back up. I'm not really sure. I mean, we could pull fib on here and see how deep of a pullback this is. So that was what, the 40% pullback? And let's see how much of that candle got pulled back on, the boner candle to the downside. Look at 50% of the candle. This big red 5-minute candle, the 50% touch. That's the good thing about trading nighttime, man. The nighttime loves the 50% of the candles. And that was at the 75. So if you were trading, say, between the 50 and the 75, you would have had to sit through drawdown. But what you would have done is put one micro trade there at the 50 and look for 25 points. So you would have went long at 50 up to the 25. Then if for some reason, if it looks like it's getting stuck, you can almost just maybe take it off for a 20-point trade, depending on the volume. Last night, the NQ pulled back, then ripped up so many times. Yeah, last night, it was trapped in between the two pivots before it finally broke that bottom pivot last night. Or top pivot. Whatever pivot it broke. I can't remember. Was it the pivot to the upside? Okay, it might have been that pivot to the upside. I don't remember. I know it seemed like for a while we were stuck between the 7 and the 30. So whatever the, like, I don't remember the exact numbers. I just remember 7 and 30 that we were stuck in between. It's almost like we were stuck in that range. Apparently, I don't know how it's true, but Methodical Man told me that the Asia market got halted last night. I guess because they were selling off so much last night. No, we're already we're waiting on another setup or another level bounce. My next level bounce would probably be the pivot down here around the 25,100. And that one is sitting at 110. And we may try that one too for a 10-point bounce. Let's see, make sure I got the right spot first. It says it says it's at 14. Dude, is the previous day close going to bounce again? I think just paid another 10 points. Another 10 points off previous day close. Yeah, server, you can kind of see that where my channel is not getting very much attraction on TikTok because, like I said, they're restricting my channel. No, we're not trading metals, lure. So this was a pivot from yesterday, this 14. This is a pivot from the previous day, sitting at 1375 or 14. The next pivot down, if we continue selling off all night, is all the way down at 950. So, man, it's like, do we sell down all night long? And this is a free indicator too for anybody that wants to use where it marks out the previous day high and closes for you. I know that these can be iffy on some of these levels, like the close. Some people use the 3 o'clock close, and I think, or the 4 o'clock close, but I think the indicator uses the 5 o'clock close whenever the market closes. So I guess there's different ways of using it. So a little bit different. Uh, let's see. It's kind of in there with a whole bunch of indicators. It's under Spy Money in my Discord, or Husk Money in the Discord, and it's under automatic levels. Yeah, automatic levels, then you can adjust them. Let me make sure. Hell, it's on here. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Manual indicator levels. So basically, you can just go over here and customize them whatever what color you want them, how thick you want the lines. You can also put the current session high, low, and open. I don't really care for these. All I care is about what the previous day was. So only thing I care about is the previous day high, low, open, and close. Or, if you want to know what the opening it is, you can have it on there too. You just have to select this. Then if you scroll down, and this is how you adjust the colors to whatever colors you like to have your previous day low and high. So yeah, just go to the Discord, select indicators, and see. It's this one right here under May the 15th. And there's quite a few in there. No, the pivot levels are on the TradingView chart. I put them on my chart though. The big orange lines, most of the big orange lines you see, I just copied the pivots off of here and just stick them on my Ninja charts. That way, I don't forget about looking at them. Okay. There you go. Hmm. As right now, there's not really much for to do to just kind of be patient and wait. Let's look at my charts real quick and see if we can get an idea where we're going to bounce at. We swept that. For longs, you would have to get back above the 64s, but to me, it looks like that we could possibly move it back down. Did that gold trade pay? No. Oh, let's see if the gold trade paid. Did it pay 10 points? So this would have been your entry here. So it would have to get back up to 86 to be a winning trade. Dude, is the pivot the bottom here? Holy goodness, man. I mean, the previous day close? Whew. Dude, this thing's. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry. I haven't had a chance to text back. I looked at it briefly. Let's see. Like I said, I've looked at it. Okay. Nice. Dude, this thing, lot of volume here. Man, I feel like we'd almost. I don't know if this is going to be another what 81. I think 64. It would have to get through 64. 64 is like another level that we have marked out. So basically, what it is, you're running into the bottom of this leg here. See. Did gold pay? Oh, 2 points. Oh, wait, did it pay? I think it did. Did it pay what you were long from 81 and a half? So you would have to hit 86 and a half or something like that. Oh, there's your winning. There's your winner. Gold just paid again, 5 points. So this would have been the same type setup I took last night, guys. Remember how I took a gold trade last night? I want to say this gold setup is probably like 41-1. I think it's only had one loss out of like 40 tries per methodical man because he takes this all the time. I haven't been taking it because most of the time I either forget about it or I'm not thinking about it. And so, but I just know it wins nonstop 5 points. Like this thing can just 5 points over and over. Let's see. Let's see how many winners that we've. So that would have actually been the first trade tonight, I think. But I think it only works well in the evenings. I don't think he does it in the daytime. Dude, you at least. It's almost like every night there's at least 2 or 3 winners. If you can just take 1 or 2 a night. The only bad thing about it, server, the RRs miscued, but Methodical Man's been taking that trade pretty regularly, and he's only had, I'd say, 1 loss out of like 40 trades. What's up, future traders? How are you doing tonight? Ooh, look at that 65-60 area hold. Now, I'm not going to give a lot of space on this, guys. It could blast me. Holy shit, it might have just blasted me. Holy crap, it did. Dude, what? Man, what a momentum trade that was. Yeah, we're about to get stopped out on this one. I can't hold any more drawdown than that. So, I did not see all that volume coming through. That took us back down to, we're still green, but that took us back down to $90 in the green. Yeah, well, we tried to long the bounce off of that previous day pivot area at 15. But man, that thing just rocket ship through there. So that means that the next pivot down is all the way down at 950. Whew. What's up, Kicks? So what we can do is just play it the other way and just wait for maybe a retest. Ooh, this thing's it's on a mission at the moment. Uh, yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on with my TikTok channel though. Trader. All right, about to have a new 5-minute candle here. You almost want to see us pull back and retest that pivot up there and see if that pivot will hold for us to sell back down. Going to change your name to Rogue Trader. Nice. I didn't know if we would push back up here and retest that 13s. Oh no, I didn't say buy. I tried to buy off my pivot and I lost that pivot long. But with any kind of support and resistance, man, nothing's 100%. You just got to know, if you are going to take those trades, you just got to know when to cut your loss and don't just keep holding. I try not to hold trades into the night. Like, I've done that a few times and it don't usually work out very well for me. Oh, is this thing going to regain the pivot? Oh. You added elusive. Nice. There's a pivot sitting there with that gold line is sitting at Josh, so should be a lot of resistance right there. That trade that we just lost, it pretty much puts us back to pretty much where we started out at the 25,000. What's up, Fish Lips? We were at pretty good profits. Then, like I said, we lost this pivot play a while ago. Fish Lips, dude, that thing was just on a mission. It just blasted the, it blasted those. It didn't even give us a 10 bounce. You know, most time it gives us a 10 bounce. These little green things that you see are nothing but swings. They don't mean anything. They're just swings. Mm. Yeah, we're using the fib pivots. I figure since we did, I mean, if you wanted the better entry would have been that retest. That just sucks that we lost all of our freaking most of our profit on that loss right here, though, because we were up almost $200, and that pushed us back down to in the single digits. So, but oh well. Oh goodness. Fish Lips, how well did you do on your elusive accounts today? The order line from earlier's pivot. Yeah, it was on yesterday's pivots. I was at 89, so maybe that's why it wasn't as strong. The next pivot down is where I got my take profit. The next pivot down is all the way down at 948. Tonight we're just strictly on the Bewley eval. Man, you're already up 1,200. Holy crap, man! I didn't even think we've had that many moves tonight. That's insane. Insane. Yep, Fish Lips is he's in beast mode sometimes, man. It's like constantly. He's been getting quite a few good payouts over the last few months. Fish Lips, if I can keep up the $120 a day, we should be back at payout again in probably about 7 or 8 days. So we're back at 52,700. We took the win this morning, and we're at 26,679. So we're about $800 and $900. If we can keep up that where we're just either lose 120 at the opening or win 120. But some days I only get 60 though. That's the only thing. So I think that the other day I only got 60. So that's just half the profit instead of the full 120. But that's okay. If that's what we get, that's what we get. So that's basically what I've been doing with those accounts is in the mornings, I'm looking to make 120. So what it is, we're trading 3 micros, looking for 15 points with the runner looking for 30 points. So this morning was probably one of the quickest trades I've ever had. Like, I don't know if did you watch this morning where I literally hit 30 points within like 2 seconds? Like it blasted so fast that I barely had time to react to anything. It was insane how fast it went. Oh, you had to run to the airport. Oh, and we copy traded those 2 accounts, Fish Lips. We copy traded both of those accounts. But that's the only 2 that we're going to do because they need to make the same amount of money. And this way, my second trade can be on the Luciv account. Dude, this thing is going to that pivot down at 950, guys. I don't see how it doesn't get there. Ooh, we may struggle getting through that 25,000. Ooh, I didn't think about that. Dude, I have no more bounces. Like right now, everything's just a clear run all the way down there to the 25,000s. There's no levels. You do have the at 25,017 is the low. Wait a minute. No, I'm not even sure what that is. Oh, that's nothing. Never mind. Yeah. You might bounce in between whole numbers if if you don't mind trading whole numbers. So this would be a 50 bounce back to 75 more than likely. More than likely it's going to probably hit this wick or this wick here. Excuse me. Yeah, do you notice how slow the lobby looks over here? Server, like I said, that's from whatchamacallit, that's from TikTok restricting my page. So I don't know if it's because I'm advertising Luciv on the page or what it is. So yeah, so Methodical Man said he's 42 for 43 on that gold play that I was showing you guys a while ago. From this one right here. I mean, insane. I'm hoping that this wick and these bottom 2 candles will save us for it to push back up and we'll continue down. Is that on standard pivots? Or is that a different time frame pivot trader? Because I'm on 5 minutes, so I know all the pivots are a little bit different depending on what time frame you trade on. Oh, you meant Wick? Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, I was hoping the wicks would save us from pushing back up here. So we're looking for these wicks. No, no, we mainly trade the New York session. I just trade the Asia markets on a eval only to just try to help build my YouTube channel. That's pretty much it. Some nights are fairly decent tradings, then there's just some nights that don't go very good. I think I've blown at least two evals trading in the nighttime. At least I know two or three because sometimes I've gotten caught in those big sell offs and I try to DCA back in and I just get my face ripped off. That's why if you notice lately, I just take my loss. I'm like, okay, we're not going to try to DCA into this crap. Let me just take my loss. It seems like I get myself more into trouble if I try to DCA out of trades, especially if they're big sell offs. Shoot, we may get stopped out here for a runner. I thought we'd get a little bit deeper, guys. Or we could go back and retest. I may even do this since it's just one micro. Is used to pivot up here as another retest spot. Since it's just one micro. So, one micro. Or if it can push back up to retest the pivot without going above it, maybe we can add and get a better position. Let's see. The thing that's helping me the most that has helped me trading the longest is try to do it as cheap as possible. That's why I'm always saying for anybody that says they're new to trading to try to like pick a prop firm that sells cheap accounts if you're just starting out. So I would always recommend like Bulanox. So right now you can get you a Bulanox account for 15 bucks and work on your strategy or whatever you're doing at the moment without spending a lot of money. And if you're mediocre and you can get it to pay out, that's even a bonus. Least with the prop firms, you know what you're risking when you're trading it. That's the only reason why I like prop firms because, you know, whenever I blow up an eval, I know like I lost 15 bucks. Or if it's a funded account, oh crap, I got $100 that I'm risking total. Compared to if I went tilt an account that I have my own money. So you said you haven't lost money, but I haven't made any. Oh, okay. Well, that's good then. Heck, if you haven't lost any money, that's really good. Shoot. Most of us who spend the first couple years just losing money. See, I've never done the 4X. I heard a lot of people do the 4X. Oh, you've been using prop firms? Okay, using Top Step. Yeah, Top Step's expensive. I remember a few years ago when I first started, Top Step was like $100 a pop. Go talk to Methodical Man. He knows all about Top Step. Shoot, he used to his credit card to be smoking. He used it so much on Top Step, man. He would have to like put it out with a fire extinguisher. Oh goodness, he haven't talked about it in a while, but I remember him telling me he would reset like two or three accounts in a single day at $100 a pop. Oh goodness. Yeah, for anybody new, I always recommend. Yeah, yep, the two combined things. I don't think he was. I don't think he had a wife at that particular moment when he was doing that server. So he didn't have to answer to a wife at the moment. Sounds good, fish lips. Safe drive to the airport. Yeah, I'm gonna stick to my cheap evals because that's one thing that makes people quit trading if they're losing tons of money like at one time. It's not as bad if it's spread out over a few years, but if because that's why I always recommend cheap evals if you're just starting out. So it's even like some of the better prop firms, like the way Lucif is set up and Take Profit Trader is set up and My Funded Futures is set up. Some of those they're good prop firms, but I know they're a little bit more a little you're paying more money up front, and then so if you're good at passing evals, those are the ones that I would recommend. Like if Take Profit Trader, you're paying more money up front, but if you're fairly decent at holding on to your accounts, those were the prop firms I would recommend using if you're because it's overall it's cheaper. But if you're not good at holding on to your fund, evals, it can be a iffy because you can blow through money pretty quick using the more expensive upfront costs. I like that upfront cost because right now, I actually I just got my first funded. I think I ended up buying, I want to say, two evals with what do you want to call it, with Lucif before I pass. So I blew two evals with Lucif before I got my funded. Now I'm just going to kind of stick to the funded. It's kind of like this Take Profit Trader I got. It's a $90 eval, but it's a all-in cost. And see, that's what sucks, man. You work so hard to pass it and you end up blowing it, man. It says you had two Apex funded, blew them both, and got a Take Profit Trader funded. Got 1K, then blew it. Whew, that's pretty wild, server. Oh, that's what you were doing when you first started? Oh, wow. Like zero risk management at all. Oh, yeah. Trust me. It took me a while to get used to just trading with a few micros, man. I had to figure, it's like, okay, you can actually make a lot of money off just trading a few micros on the NASDAQ. So, all right, my funded account first night, like, dumbass. Oh, dude, the resets on Take Profit Trader are insane. Now, if you made a lot of money off the account, I can see paying the $500 the reset fee, but if you didn't make it, that's a hard pill to swallow there. All my stimulus checks went to Take Top Step. I can't believe that, dude, because like you were saying, dude, they were $100 a pop back then. Oh goodness. Yeah, I remember Top Step. I When I first got into trading, that's who a methodical man introduced me into was Top Step, and they were a when he was first doing it. I want to say it was a three-step process. So what is it? You had to pass the first combine, the second combine, then you got your funded and had to pass again. So you would have to pass that freaking thing three times. That I never did like I think I might have tried it once, but I don't think I ever went with Top Step in the beginning because I knew it was a little much out of my price range to start out because I knew that, you know, you got to know when you start trading that you're going to probably blow your eval. So I just searched around till I found someone cheap to use. That's why I like Bulanox. I know Bulanox will pay you if you get a payout. They don't have any rules besides the 40%. As long as you Bulanox, you can get a Bulanox 25K for 15 and a 50K for 19. So the thing with Bulinox dose is you pay little up front, but you pay more on the back end. So what's up, Down Bad? So all my fundeds are with Bulinox. Not all of them, but five of them. So I have five funded accounts with Bulinox, and I actually just got $1,000 payout with them today. They finally just took the money out of my account, and I'm at $800, $900 away from two more payouts with them. So the way it works with Bulinox with your funded account, you can have up to 11 funded accounts. So basically, what it is, the reason why I've been, yes, the activation fee is where it's a little bit more than the some of the other prop firms. So theirs is like 140 something for the activation fee. But like that's why I said I just recommend those if you're bad at passing evals, because if you want to top step like you said, dropping $50 or whatever they are, I mean, dude, you can go through how many counts of $50 a pop before you finally got to your funded account. And what it doesn't top step charge you an activation fee also? I don't know much about that as far as that their prices because I don't ever look at Top Step stuff. Mm. Uh, a little over, I want to say about 2.5 years, but I spent the first 4 or 5 months only trading like one day a week. I've only been doing this consistently for about 2 years. It took that long for me to finally get where I was consistent with my funded accounts. The one thing that I struggled with my funded accounts was not being like nervous trading them. It took me forever to get over that nervousness of being trading, and that's because I would always have that money part in the back of my head of how much have I spent on this account, and so it was always hard for me to hold trades. I don't know if anybody else deals with that or not, but that's something that I struggled with for quite a while. I just finally had to tell myself that, if I fail it, I fail it. That's why I've been real strict with the opening trade. So I'd like to take my trade in the morning in the opening. Let's see if I can find that. Dude, like I said, the opening trade this morning happened so fast that it was just insane. Let's see. I mean, this looks like a nice little bull flag set up here. I'm sorry. I was looking for that entry real quick. I can't find it. Just give me a minute. I don't know how well you can see that from this morning. So this morning, this is kind of what we like to take in the morning on our trades. This is what we're using. So this morning, you can see it pushed down into this previously hourly candle. So you had all these wicks. And so once that held, I was waiting to see if that was going to break through. So this is what we were looking at this morning when we took our, I don't know if you can see that on the one charts. Ah, come on. Once it pops, it was so quick. So there's the resistance. You can see it kind of just wicking off of this. So this is how I determine when I'm gonna go long. So after it pushes down through the bottom of this 15-minute candle, is once it breaks that 15 minutes or that 50% mark, we're already looking for longs, and I just had to hit the buy button. You can see it hit it. It probably filled within like seconds. So that was our funded trade this morning. So just super simple. We're just waiting for either a wick out the bottom side of our 15-minute candle. And if it comes back and the 50% doesn't hold, we're automatically looking for longs. Just pretty simple in the morning. Either that or you waiting for it to run like a higher time frame. Then after that, we pretty much just go over to evals, and that's what you guys mostly see me trading whenever we're trading kind of, silly. What time is it? Let's see. Oh, shoot. We still got 40 minutes left. Oh, I finally got one of my $100 trades on the elusive. So I need 4 more of those before we get to pay out. Hopefully, if we get to pay out, I guess. I got to say, if we get to pay out. We haven't got there yet. But we do got one of those, finally, one of those where you got to get like 5 $100 days to consider it a trade day. We did pretty good, down bad. We did blow an eval today. We just have one with Luciv. It's a 25K. So like we've only got $200 on there. Today was my second day trading because I didn't get to trade Monday because I had to take my pet to the vet Monday morning. So I've only gotten 2 trading days on it. And we're up 206. Yeah, so just $200. We're just trying to make $100 basically a day on the account. So basically what we're doing is we're just going 3 micros, looking for a quick 10 points to get a quick $40, and then try to make $60 off the runner, or 60 or $70 off the runner. I usually don't copy trade. I did today. I copy traded two accounts that. So I have two funded accounts with Bulanox that I only have to make, uh, what, 800 and something and 900 to get $1,000 payout with each of these accounts. We just took $1,000 payout with this account, so I just got that account back today. So this was the first day we traded it, and we got our 120 this morning. That one video that I was showing you a while ago from my live stream this morning, that was the copy trade that we took the trade on those videos this morning. Usually I don't do copy trading, but since I have multiple funded accounts, I don't want to be trying to find that many trades because it's hard to try to find 3 or 4 good trades in the morning, because I think 2 is probably the max that you want to try with your fundeds. 3 is maybe even pushing it, because it seems like whenever I start trading 4, 5, 6 times, it becomes very iffy, and I start taking losses and start doing stupid stuff. So that's why with the fundeds, it's the one trade in the morning, which is that breakout trade that I do. And then I'll look for the second account, which is the elusive. So I trade my 2 Buleys on the first one, and then I trade the elusive on the second one. Yeah, it looks kind of like a bear flag, so I was hoping that we would push down also. I will stay bearish as long as we stay below this little area here. Stay below the 100s. Let me pull. Yeah, below the 100s. That is the one thing I've been running into on my elusive account. So my elusive account is on Tradeovate, but I trade it on Ninja, and I do get a lag in that account sometimes when I enter. It's like a second or two. Like, it's not instant. So it scares me. It freaks me out every time it happens, because I'm like, dude, where's my entry? I hit the buy button and nothing pops up. So I don't know. Maybe we just need to go to Tradeovate and trade it. It does the same thing when you're on TradingView. Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, the reason why I don't do that, I want to, but then I would have to constantly log out, log back in. I don't know. I guess because I like having all my accounts on my little page here where I can see them all. So I could do that. I can just log in and out and just trade them in between. But hmm, yeah, it'd probably be better to do that way. But man, hmm, nice. Dude, this is a nice short setup. I mean, we built a really nice bear flag here. Oh, nice. I see. I never have no Ripnik with no issues with my Ripnik accounts. It's only that that Tradeovate account that's tied to my Ninja. But the thing about it, my Take Profit Trader, it seemed not to have a very much lag. I don't guess I've ever heard of that. That's kind of new to me. I've never heard of the. Let's see. I can look that up for myself because, like I said, I don't know what that is. It might be one of these things that takes all night to get down there. Damn, Methodical Man has 500 accounts with Elusive. Nice. If it goes up, you're going to short below the like we're super dead right now, guys. There's no volume at all in the charts. We're just we're just chopping. Excuse me. Whew. I'm at 3. Would have had 4 accounts. Oh, did you lose one? Uh, I'm sorry. We are using Ninja Charts. I missed your message down there. We're using Ninja Trader. We're trading the MNQ on the 5 minutes. 2 years and yes, or 2.5. But those first 6 months were kind of like part time, not really part time, but only like one day a week. I always seem to do that too for some reason. I don't know what it is. After I lose a funded account, I'll end up getting an eval and full ported to pass it again. Uh, the way I always kind of think about these evals and stuff is like the levels. So when I first started out, I would do a sim account because at the end of the day, I'm just practicing. So then I started trading evals. It seems like you would kind of go through quite a bit of evals. Then eventually you get good at passing evals, and then you move on to your funded accounts, and then you'll kind of go through the same struggles with your fundeds as you did your evals. Then eventually you can stay if you can get to the point to have fairly decent risk management. I mean, to me, that's been the key help for me is not over leveraging my fundeds and staying within the 3 micro range. That seems like the level of steps that most people go through when trading, because eventually you'll get so good at passing evals like nothing, but it's like, man, then you're just stuck on the funded. It's like you just can't get over that hump. What's up, Papa? How have you been? We did take a gold trade last night. There was a setup while ago. We didn't take it. So this blue line was a long setup here if I'd have taken it, but I didn't take it. We just watched it. So right now, no more setups. Dude, if this thing can lose the 50s, we should get another push. I'm in no. Oh, wait, we're in short. We are short underneath this pivot up here. Tonight we are 2 for 1 on our trades. We took a nice short off the 91. We took a small trade here, and I got my butt ripped on this trade right here with this candle. I tried to take a bounce at the 13 off the previous day pivot, and that thing just sold right through it. It didn't even stop. So then I lost like most of my profit from the previous trade. So I was like, you dirty, dirty girl. It just ripped me. It says I used to make 2,000 a day one, then blow the account the next day. Yeah. Oh yeah, I short the market. I don't usually have a bias. Let's see. Yeah, with my so right now my drawdown is locked on two of my Bewleys. So to get the Bewley's lock drawdown, you have to get to 52,600 and 26,000 uh 1,500 or 600. Yes, 600 I think. Yeah. And I just got my one, like I said, I just got my one funded account back because once with Bulinox, once you pass it, or once you get to payout on their account, you really can't trade it until they take the money out. And so it was almost I filled out their withdrawal. I didn't fill it out wrong. So what happened is when I was filling it out, I accidentally put the wrong email in, and because the email that I use with my Bulinox account is different because for some reason whenever I was setting it up I had issues with it, so I had to set it up another account. And so whenever I was doing my withdrawal form, I freaking used the wrong email, so I had to wait 2 weeks to get my payout because they only do request on Friday. You got to do it by Friday, and the money's in your account by Wednesday. So once the money's in your account and they take it out, they'll put that back down to that part. We might just grind. That's what I'm looking for is the 25,000. I'm looking for the pivot here. I'm looking for us to run this by the end of the night down at 9:45. And the only reason why I like that target because most of the time leading into the London session, we will rerun the AM session low from yesterday back down at 819. I mean, it's not a 100% given, but a lot of times we always end up running the lows from the previous New York session. You talking about why trade with Bulinox? I like them because they don't really have any rules. The only rules that you have to really worry about with Bulinox is a 40% consistency rule. And I like trading their cheap evals because, sometimes I trade a lot because I'm streaming. So I find myself over trading. And so I like to use their evals because I can pick up their evals for 15 bucks and trade their evals on my stream. Like, there's no way I could take this many trades or be streaming as much as I could with expensive evals. So I use them because of the cheap evals, and they have really good customer service. If you get a payout, they pay you. I mean, like I said, I just got a payout from them today, but they only process their payouts once a week, which is on a Friday. Not on Friday, but you got to have your payment request in by Friday, and then they'll pay you that following Wednesday. So they do payouts every week. The first time what happened was my fault. It wasn't theirs. 1,030. So once I got to 53,600, you can request 1,000, and then you still get to keep your drawdown. I want to say you got to either get three withdrawals of $1,000, then you can take the whole amount if you want to. So you can take the whole $3,600. It's either 3 or 4. I don't know. I don't know. I have no reason to close the account. I'd rather just keep doing the $1,000 over and over. Yeah, that's what's that. I'm glad they did away with that. If you're still using them, because That cost me a payout with them, with Apex, that freaking 30% rule. And see, they used to not tell you. And so they'd wait till you request a payout, then say, hey, you broke a rule. They have gotten better about at least telling you if you violated a rule, but they got so many freaking rules that you need to have like a freaking piece of paper up that shows every rule they got. That's so many. Then another one is like, if you wanted to just say full port, you can't full port. If you do and make a big trade, they'll take your money. They did before. They don't do it now, but okay, so they did away with the qualified day is no longer. I still have my Apex funded. It's just I'm not trading them on stream no more. Top Step, I don't have no issue with Top Step. I don't know the reason why I didn't use Top Step in the beginning, because they were too expensive for me in the beginning. Because I mean, when I first started trading, they were like $100 for a eval. What's up, Rogue? Oh, you're talking about the APEC rules, Rogue? Yeah, like I said, I still have a APEC funded, funded accounts. But like I said, I'm not going to probably be trading them on stream anymore because, like I said, they did away with a lot of the smaller affiliates. So I won't be using their code on screen. Let's see. Penis. What are we in a sex education over here, methodical man? Point you in the right direction. Oh goodness. Oh. We did not make a low on this swing, so heck, this could be the possible. Y'all think this is gonna be the bottom here? Man. Uh I really think it really depends on where you're at in your trading strategy. If you're pretty confident with your funded accounts, I mean, you don't want to spend no time on the evals. The reason why I trade evals a lot more is because I stream, and there's just no way I could sit here and take this many funded trades without messing up my accounts. So this is the reason why most of the time on my evals you'll see me trading micros, because it would get expensive to have something to trade every day. But I know there's no way I can sit here and trade funded accounts for my whole trading session. It would be too much. And I don't really know much of the difference between elusive and top step. I like the elusive payout strategy they have. You really don't have to make a lot of money to get a payout with them. If you're just looking for like those little base hit payouts. But like I said, I mean, I don't really have any experience with Top Step, so I couldn't really tell you which one's better. I mean, I know a lot of people use Top Step, so I wouldn't think that they would, overall they would be fine. There's so many options out there with the prop firms, man. I think you just find the ones that the rules fit your trading style, and your wallet. So if it fits your trading style and the wallet, I think that's kind of what I'm looking. That's the reason why I choose Bulenox. I'm fairly cheap, and I like Bulenox because they don't have no rules, and so they fit both of my my you know, I'm cheap accounts. They pay out and they don't have many rules. I like that one. I got so many payouts from Elusive. I'm gonna add their name to my username. Heck yeah. I have yet to get a payout with them. I just got my first funded account with them, Rogue Trader. I got $200 in a 25K. This was my second day trading. We're looking for like $100 little. Uh, we're trying to just build a little buffer, and maybe we'll shoot for more. So we're trying to get at least like $400 or $500 in the account. Then maybe we'll look for more. But right now I'm trying to build the little buffer up on it. That's pretty good. Ugh. Is there anybody in a trade right now? Is everybody just sitting on the sideline? Let's see. Oh yeah, those bad days happen to us quite a bit. You got a long. Where are you long from, Chris? You're looking for a short closer to that 100 up there. I know. I mean, it still definitely can move higher just because the fact that we didn't break this low on this pullback here. The 100 the 100 110 area is probably going to be my max on my runner anyway. So if we start pushing up there, we'll just close out our runner. It says I locked myself out. A told. Whew. Oh, you hit the daily drawdown? Is that what you mean by locking yourself out? Dose is the daily drawdown. Yeah, it to me it looks like we're going up. This looks like a leg, so I don't know. I might just close this instead of just sitting through drawdown and just wait for another setup. We've been holding that thing for a little while. What we were, man, I think we were up, 40, 50 points on a runner. So I didn't think we would move back up higher. So we'll see what happens once we push back up to this area. Maybe we can find another, we can look for another short. It was just my runner, so it's not a big deal. I notice I make a lot of my trades at the 82s. As long as you don't do it on the first 82 push. Let's see here. So after I made 300 bucks, I locked it out since I was chasing another pay. Okay. Oh yeah, same here. It makes it easier. Line in the sand's pretty much back at that 91, 92 area from earlier. There's like a little swing. This is where we shorted from earlier from the original short was here from the 90, 91 areas. Nice on your long. Someone was said they were long from the 60s, which once it didn't break this low, then it made this little bull flag. You're looking for another short. Uh, I had that one level marked out, but man, I don't know if it'll hold. That was the 14, 15 area. I mean, you would think it would just because there's what, one, two, three, four, five, about 5 wicks to the downside. You got stuck on a long sell down, and I was getting dinner, and bam, ate my lunch. Dude, I took this L right here on this trade a while ago. I was looking for a bounce here where we were finding all the support earlier, and we just blasted it. So I ended up taking that loss here. So after I made 300 bucks, I locked it out since I was chasing. Dude, that last couple $100 for a payout's always the hardest. The hardest. You're looking for a short, possibly around there. I could see that too. There's a lot of wicks up there around the 30 area. I'm waiting on the next 5 minute candle. We need to either print above the 91 or we need to print below the 91 and find resistance at the that 91, 92 area. So if you print above it, you would think it would stay above these wicks here and just kind of bounce into these wicks. $30 seconds left. I wouldn't be interested in a short for some unless we were able to sell back below the mm. Didn't get the pullback. All right, next resistance is going to be up here around the 30 to 37. Or we could hit the 25 and pull all the way back down to the 100 here. For anybody that likes to trade whole numbers. Yeah, I didn't expect that strong 25-point push there. I thought it would be a little bit more grindy as it pushed up. It should push back and possibly retest the 100s here. That's usually pretty normal. 25, it pushes up through the 100 level. 25, then sometimes you don't get through the 10, but most of the time you get a pullback to the 100. So that's normal, pretty normal price action when it does that. Then I think I'll use I don't know. What do y'all? I was hoping we get a push up here to the bottom of these wicks on my runner, but it doesn't look like we're going to get it. May get stopped out on my runner here. Because I feel like it could push back to 96 and kind of retest all these wicks here. Yeah, runner's about to get stopped out here. This is just one micro that we're in this trade for, guys. So the 91 is going to be my, I guess that's really my kind of line in the sand, the 91. So I'm hoping that these wicks right here hold us up for us to pop back up. But if we lose those 91s, man, it's probably back downtown again. Oh, come on. Yeah. If we break the 91s, we'll go back to looking for shorts again because that was my short area from earlier. All right, so runner got stopped out. Dirty, 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 guys. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Yeah, unless you get below that 91, I wouldn't I wouldn't short. You got to get below those 91s or what even what 81. I don't know if this is going to be a 50% pullback. So if I pull the fib on this, and we just broke the 50% there. This is another line in the sand here at the 81s. Where's the golden pocket at? Oh, you're saying this is the golden pocket, the fib we just pulled. Usually with the nighttime, usually you just get those 50 to 60% pullbacks, then we move back up higher here. We're about the we should get some kind of burst either up to the upside or downside here at the uh, top of the hour. There's the top of the hour. And we got a new 4-hour candle. Looks like we're going to be moving. Whew, that was a hard rejection off that whole number. Wow, was that just a fake out? Oh, goodness. All right, I'll take this off so you can see. Still in no man's land after that fake out. Yeah, we're just kind of just chopping back and forth at the moment. There's really not a lot to do at the moment. No, we got out of our position a while ago. We were in a well, we tried a long up here. Our runner got stopped out though. This trade here was probably the last big trade we have. We were short from 91 and we were up about 50 points. No, remember I got stopped out on my long on the runner a while ago. Yeah, that 82 has been a quite of a freaking ledge there. I know it's like they're just fighting on both ways, and this previous candle still hasn't broke the low of that 1 5-minute candle. Is this the break here finally? Oh, those are just swings, Dan. They don't mean anything. Yeah, so these little boxes that you see on my screen, guys, they mean nothing. All that means is where the next previous swing's at. So this is the current swing for this leg. This green box is the current swing for this leg. That's all they are. They don't mean anything. Besides if you like to, wait for a swing to get ran. Dude, we just couldn't get through those 92s. Or 82s, I'm sorry. Yeah, for longs, you kind of need to get back above the 92s, 91s. That's kind of a little swing area on a super trend. If you use a super trend indicator, that's the break for the bear bull line. So we're trapped between the 82 and the 91 at the moment. You said we need to have a sweep of the bottom lower before we move higher. I did hear Methodical Man say something about that wick being a protected wick, but I'm not sure how that's determined. So he said that you would need for he was said that he believes that we should have to sweep the bottom before we moved higher. I know that's what he was saying a while ago, but like I said, I'm not sure what you look for to how to tell if it's a protected high or low. I don't know what the what you got to look for to what that's determined by. I, excuse me. I know I've heard him mention it a few times, but that's about as much as I know. Excuse me. Was that a new 5-minute candle? No. Let me get rid of the Methodical Man page. Let's see. What'd you say? Protected highs are usually indicated by a higher time frame at a fair value gap. Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure what they how you considered a protected high. Oh. Hmm. I use the TTM squeeze for trend on TradingView. Okay. I've heard of that indicator before. The TTM. It says I like to push out before getting long. Funded account. Okay. We got a minute here. Yeah, see, I didn't know if it needed to run this low down here to sweep these lows before it moved back up above this wick. So, cause I tried that. This is that long I tried a while ago before it got rejected. What time is it? Man, it's already 10 o'clock. Yeah, there's really not anything to do here. We just printed. Do we stay up? Nope. Shoot, we're losing that 91. Maybe if we lose the 82s, we'll get that pushed down. It needs to dump below the 82s. And that's also almost like a swing. You say you hope NASDAQ starts trading 24/7? Man, it almost does. We're 23 hours a day. Or you're talking about like the banks or the stock market staying open 24 hours a day. Oh, we lost the 82 here. what a possibly push maybe down to what the 45s. We rerun these lows. I'm waiting for a 75 hit. I want to see it hit 75, then never sleep. That's pretty wild. Yeah, that's what I know. I heard you talking about that, Methodical Man. You said it must sweep those lows first. Oh my goodness. What's up, 44? Right now, we're just kind of sitting on the sidelines. I was waiting to see if we were going to kind of print below 91 or even print below 82 because I feel like we're just stuck between that 91 and 82 at the moment. What was that, stereo? We're on the 5-minute time frame, stereo. Oh, nice. I do like the. I want to try a short down to the see if we can run this previous low here. I just don't want to jump in too early. How about we just do it with 3 micros and see if we can get 5 points and run that bottom down there. Ah, sorry, I had the wrong account selected. Sorry about that. Oh, the 82s didn't give up the. Didn't give it up. Trying to target the low of this leg here. Want to see? I was to say we want to see 82 hold up here. Don't want it back above 81. Then 91 definitely would be our next. I'm gonna put this up here. If I have to, I'll DCA back into this thing. Since we're just kind of swinging back and forth. Unless we just for some reason decide to go to the moon. Because this candle still did not run the low of this candle here. So dirty, dirty, dirty. And here's that 81 level. My birthday is stubborn like me. Nice. Ooh, the thunder's loud here. Still finding some support here at the 81s. Man, I don't really want to DCA back into this thing. We don't want to add too soon either. Right now, we're just in this trade with 3 micros. There you go. Got back below that 81. Man, that's the only thing about at nighttime. You cannot go to break even. Like, that thing will just mess your stop. Like, there's no such thing as going to break even in the nighttime for some reason. You ever notice that we always just constantly will go back and forth, back and forth? Just like you just don't get good follow through every now and then. But when you're in these little wiki candles that are just popping back and forth, you almost just have to let the trade play out. Well, at least we did break that wick. Finally did make a lower. We did finally break the previous candle, so that's a first. So, because this candle didn't break this one, so you should get the push down. Come on, Junior. Dude, I burnt myself so bad today. I got so many outs on that eval I was trading earlier today, and I ended up letting that freaking thing come back and stop me out for a freaking big loss. I was so annoyed. All right, so our final target is to run the 50s down there. Nice. $100 from one mini, dude. That's not very hard. That's like 5 points. With a mini. Oh, micro. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good if you make $100 with a micro with 1 micro. Yep. Dude, you can make a lot of money off micros, and you don't have to be all stressed out about your trading. That's why I like micros. You don't have to get all stressed out if you're sitting through drawdown. All right, we're about to have a new 5-minute candle here. So 4 seconds. You kind of want to see it print and just pull back, maybe create a little wick, no higher than 75, then try to run these lows on this previous leg. He says move, stop the price. All right, well, we can do that. Oh, it did that automatically. I didn't realize it. Oh, this one? Usually I don't have a lot of luck whenever I move my stop loss that close in the evening. It seems like it just constantly bounces back and forth. yellow line. Oh, you're playing off these wicks right here, the 75. Yeah, that yellow line would just be pretty much my entry. Dude, I wanted to target the freaking 950s earlier. Mm. Oh no, you're good, man. Like I said, I don't mind anybody sharing or giving advice or anything. That stuff doesn't bother me. Woo, that was ramped up pretty good. Ah, come on. Is it a top of the hour or something? What's the time? Oh no. That was kind of looked like a top of the hour type candle. So close. Guys, this will probably be the last trade of the evening for myself. And we'll be back early in the morning for the New York session. Yeah, we're just looking for, like I said, this leg here, 49.50. So do you guys feel like that we rip back up after we run these lows, or do we just continue down? I wish I could find a way to add more to my entries here. Sounds good, man. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, we're about to have a new 5-minute candle here. Yeah, couldn't drop it in time. David, you said you think we'll test the 60s before it makes a decision. Oh well. We're just going to try to add 5 contracts and do like 5 points. There it goes. Got a little bit up there. I just didn't want to be right on top of it. On my evals, we do try to add more to it to try to get a little bit more profit out of it. Now, we probably wouldn't do this on a funded account, but hey, a eval. Nice. We're able to get a little bit more money by adding those 5 contracts. Thank you, good sir. I was wondering if we were going to finally lose those 81, 82s. Yeah, I was glad we were able to get a little bit more on there. All right, so we just ran that previous leg low. This was that leg low that Methodical Man was talking about a while ago. All right, we just ran that leg or the swing. Dude, watch this thing end up going freaking to the, dude, the next pivot is all the way down at 950. $950, man. That's okay. You think soon that we're going to go higher to the 20,095s where there's going to try to fill a gap fill in at 95? What time frame is that, Stereo? Well, oh, no gap fill. Okay. Might get along at 25 like you did today. Maybe. I don't know. Have we been down to the 25? If you do the 25, I wouldn't do more than 1 micro just in case it blasts that level. I mean, I'll do the 25 with you. Oh, shit. We might have missed it. Nope. We'll give it 1 level, too. That's it. Now, if this thing pushes back up to the 50, basically you missed it. Now, this could easily push all the way down to the 11 or 12, but this is only 1 micro, guys. 1 micro. So what you would do, let's just say if it does push it, you would do an add-in at 25,000. So technically on these trades, you don't have stop losses because you're using very low risk. Like I said, this is just 1 micro. And you're looking to make like 40 to 50 bucks on it. Usually it'll go back up to the 50. Nice. Woohoo. Nice quick 40, 50 bucks. You can almost get to the 50. A lot of times you're supposed to play the 50 or even the 75. But just one micro trades is all I ever do on those. And that's usually through Fish Lips. Fish Lips is the one that trades the hold numbers most of the time. So what you would do is basically what he would have been doing is he would have been, what do you want to call it? What is it called? He would have his orders staged. So he would have been long from 50. He would have been long from 25. And he would have been long from the 25,000s. So you just constantly, you'll just be averaging back in. Just like last night when it went down there and hit the 25 and pushed all the way back up to the 75. All right, so I definitely think that was going to be my last trade because we've taken quite a bit of trades tonight. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll be back for the New York session. Oh, are we going to get to 50? I wasn't trying to be greedy, so I wasn't going to go for the 50. But you're supposed to go for the 50. Did you go in with the one micro? With that one? Dude. $50 trades add up quick, man. Oh, you got out at, you only took 15 points? Oh, you got out even earlier, man. I took 20. Well, the ideal there, the reason why you don't try to go in with too many micros, because sometimes it blasts us through that 25. Then what you're doing is you're looking for a push back down to like the 100 level or even the 10 level, because most of the time you get bounces off those levels. Now tonight you did not. On that one big boner candle where I lost earlier, that thing blasted those levels. This candle here. So the idea here, let's just say it does blast you. So this is where you would stagger your orders back into this. So you would have been long from 25, long from 25 100, long from 75, and long from 50. So you're staggering in at about 4 or 5, usually about max on 25 50Ks. Where did we get all the way back up to? Not quite the 25, but let's see. Oh, did we hit the 25? Let's see. There's your 25. So you would have got back out of your trade. See what I mean by staggering those trades, Rogue? So even though you set through drawdown, that's why you just start off with the one micro. So like I said, you would have just staged them throughout the here. So long here, long here, long 75, long 50. Then 50 would have been your last entry for it to start moving back up, because you never did hit the 25 on this one. And then it just kind of, you had to just sit through a lot of back and forth before it finally went back up, 75 points. It's very interesting. If you're in my Discord, man, you see all the he makes pretty good profit on those. So thank you guys. Everyone have a good evening. Eventually I'm gonna try to stay up late for the freaking whatchamacallit candle. The midnight candle. So guys, over here on TikTok, for some reason, if I don't come back, so that means probably TikTok for some reason took my live access away. I don't really know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know if it's the trading or if it's the, like, maybe the little advertisement that I have on there in writing. I don't really have no symbols, but still, it could just be, it could be that too. I don't know. They don't really tell you what you're doing. So we'll just see what happens. I quit even making videos for TikTok just because I didn't want to get my live access taken away because they don't tell you what you do wrong. Sounds good, David. Thank you guys. Everyone have a wonderful evening.